Comment on the Warcrow Week videos for your chance to win a Warcrow Wins from the North 2-player battle pack. We will choose 3 winners, one from YouTube, one from OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Hello everybody and welcome back to this Warcrow themed week for the Winds of the North. I'm joined by Hoppo and Killian to talk to us about what happens when you go beyond the box. What happens when you go beyond the Winds of the North?
There's more winds from the north.
More winds in the north.
There is more winds and they're blowing your direction, so be aware of that.
Winds all the way down.
Exactly. The winds from the south come.
Oh,
and then
join in.
Yeah.
Oh,
in fact, the name of our next battle book is going to be called Winds from the South. I don't know. If I am right, please comment on this video.
Winds from the South sounds like something else, but anyway.
It sounds fantastic. So this is a collection of miniatures for both factions.
Yeah, you're getting 1 box and 6 miniatures, both for the Northern tribes and the Hegemony of Ambersic players.
Okay, so you don't have to buy separately.
No.
1 box will then just add straight onto this.
Exactly,
box,
yeah.
Exactly.
And you go from there.
Like the Beyond boxes for Infinity, you're getting here something to add to the starter set to give you an entire army for each faction, which is really good because you can split this between 2 people and you've both got a full army now. It's great.
So here we can see who's being added into the Northern tribes.
Yes, here we have our very first Varank, the blue-skinned tattooed warriors. We have Njord the Merciless, accompanied by the exquisite skin changers. Look at the howling skin changer. She is the best model sculpted by Corvus Belli up to this day. I've said this before. I live by it, stand by it.
She does look like Wolverine's been left outside and does not want to be left outside. Started raiding and now is howling to come in.
Yeah. That's exactly the inspiration behind the model.
I expect that was
Nothing
the case.
escapes Jerry.
No.
Delia! Oh my god, here we have Lady Delia and the Pioneers. Actually, our first dwarf unit, so another novelty for you. And Killian likes these dwarfs.
Yes, there's 2 types of dwarves in the game that we know so far. There's the Mounthaven dwarves, which are like the traditional dwarves, and these are the Ghent dwarves, which are the dwarves who live in the Hegemony, yeah?
Yeah, they live in the Hegemony of Ambersic. At some point, the Mounthaven dwarves, some of the dwarves had let's call it a disagreement, and a percentage of the dwarves separated and came to live in the Hegemony of Ambersic. And in fact, if you looked at the models, you would see that the Ghent are shaved. They don't have this, I would say, staple.
Beard, yeah.
Exactly.
The Jerry beard, shall we say.
They're moving on with their lives. They think that things are better in the Hegemony.
Yes.
They're wrong.
Maybe
they're right.
Don't you like the Hegemony of Ambersic?
I love them, but we'll leave that for people to decide themselves as to whether or not they were just heading out of their own volition or whether they were pushed out. I imagine they just looked at the stale, backwards Stonehaven dwarves and went, well, these guys are going nowhere. We need to be with the up and coming.
With guns.
With guns.
With the gunpowder. It was a gunpowder would go that won the hearts of the Ghent.
It makes sense. It makes so much sense to me.
Okay.
There is one other model coming that's part of the bundle. So if people pre-order.
Yes, if you pre-order the bundle, you will get Winds from the North, the big Bible of the lore book. She gorgeous. She hundreds of pages of lore and stories, and you love this. I know you do. And also the rule book in the very last pages.
There's like 12 pages at the back that have rules. The other 380 are just lore and backstory. It's more or less that.
He's not wrong though.
No.
And if you purchase the bundle, is box, book, and the very first Warcrow exclusive miniature, Ice Baby. It is Iceberg, outward the other leader of the Northern tribes, a Varank, a skin changer who can morph into a very powerful polar bear. Look at that. Look at him.
He's a thing of beauty. We actually have the studio painted miniature here as well.
Oh, yes, we do.
So lovely. Look at this.
Painted by Sergio Luque, a.k.a. Minotauro Studios.
It's absolutely beautiful. I'm kind of nervous about holding because this is the studio model.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you drop that on camera, you'll never live it down. Looking at his actual stat line then.
Oh, he's terrifying.
He has some interesting bits and bobs going on.
Yes.
The standout for me is unbeatable. simply because so much of the game is about positioning, command and control. Take care of areas and they'll take care of your victory points. And partly doing that is by pushing people off those areas through combat. You win combat, you push them back, you follow up, and all of a sudden you're forming a bridgehead, pushing through a breach. However, when this gentleman is involved, that goes away. He does not move backwards.
No,
Nope.
when you push back after you've lost a combat, your unit, the defeated unit, can choose whether to not be pushed back, but they suffer when stress. He doesn't. I mean, you've seen them.
He's a bit of an absolute monster, I think. As far as exclusive miniatures go, if you're looking for an exclusive one, why not have a polar bear? And he'll feed into some of the Varank we'll be looking at later on as well, because they can do insanely criminal things, especially whenever he's involved with them.
Apparently, allegedly.
Allegedly. Discuss. However, let's take a look at who's going to be leading the actual Beyond box set.
Oh, she's Lady Delia. She is a human. However, she's the only human authorized to be part of the Pioneers because she once was a pioneer herself. And of course, the only ranged attacks we've seen these far has been the Headsmans and the Dragos, but she has the solid charge, 15 strides, an incredible set of dice. She's a legend, a titan, a panther, a queen, and I really like her. I really like Delia.
The minifigures is also really nice with the steampunk rifle.
Yeah.
And the goggles.
Oh, the goggles are it.
The goggles are fantastic.
The
and
goggles
the coat.
is where it's at.
Yeah.
So many little details on this model I like as well, like the knife and the belt and the ammo pouches and stuff. It's fantastic.
As a sniper in and of herself, she can pick targets out of units.
Yes. So you notice that she has two parts of her card, like she can also join units. But when she's an independent character, she can snipe the character out of an opponent unit.
Yes.
So normally the character is treated as part of the unit, and it would move maybe second last because you remove the units first.
Yes.
She can specifically target that character and eliminate them. And suddenly a unit that has a buff, for example, orcs with Grandpa, she can just kill Grandpa.
It's
and
a
the
great way of doing
orcs
it.
lose all the buffs that Grandpa brings. It's she's
targeting a character, especially if it's an officer character, can mean that your unit is going to lose their leader. And when that happens, do not panic. Every unit needs a leader, so just designate a new one. But if that leader is, I don't know, Alborg or Ice Bear or these beasts following up, that might hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'd be really annoyed if all of a sudden Njord was sniped out of the middle of a unit.
Oh my God. He has his ways of preventing being eradicated from the battlefield. So he is the Hersig, or how do you pronounce it? Brynjalmar? You did it beautifully before.
Brynjalmar.
Exactly. I'm going to this pronunciation. He's a Hersir, meaning he's not a high command, but he is a Varank leader. And he is a lot of things. Food processor is among them. But the thing I like the most about Njord is his totem. You know, every Varank has a totem with a tattoo, an animal, a spirit that grants them abilities, skills, superpowers. Like the skin changes, for example, they can morph into the animal they have tattooed on their totem. Njord's is the cavern lion, and my God, this suits him perfectly, and he gains properties as he's damaged.
This model's beautiful as well. I mean, the work on the axe, and especially there's some tattoos just visible on him, but it's really well done. I can't wait to try and paint these guys myself at some point. Beautiful.
Yeah. It leaves your opponent having to ask the question, do you deal with him in one shot? Do you push everything you have to try and eliminate him? Because if you don't, he just becomes more and more deadly on the battlefield. And then you've got this berserk blue lunatic with a Dane axe running around the place attempting to cleave everyone. While
lunatic with an axe is exactly what Njord is.
Yeah. While he bleeds out. It's proper berserker.
Yeah.
And, you know, that in and of itself is a thing of delightful beauty. And that's just the gallows glass in me coming out. Now, interesting little thing coming up next. Talia, we talked about.
Little thing.
She is particularly good when she's sniping as a character in her own right, when she's a unit and she's going headshots. Great. However, she does buff ranged units and allows them to re-roll their dice for ranged attacks. And that brings us neatly to the Pioneer Regiment that she was part of.
I love these models. I really like these models. In fact, one of them, as a tribute the Samwise Gamgee, has a pan on his backpack. So I'm not even making that up. He's like, Killian's over here for a demonstration.
Frying pan on the back.
An army marches on their stomach, and in this case, the pioneers are the ones who are going first, so they don't have the benefits of a baggage train with them. They've got to
absolutely beautifully painted models. The leather and stuff is fantastic. In fact, I think I said about this in the back of the main rulebook. There's a painting guide for how to paint these guys.
Oh yeah,
and it's well worth it because fantastic. There's so much character to these guys as well. They've got this combination pickaxe and like rifle.
Yes,
yeah,
really good.
Gunpowder, baby.
Fantastic.
Gunpowder.
It's what everybody wants in life.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a gun, but if you're a dwarf, you also want to be able to hit people with something massive and pointed, like a pickaxe.
I mean,
so why would you not? And they lean into the pioneer aspect of what a pioneer is in an army. They're essentially combat engineers, and even when they're not actually activating and fighting, they have an integral role on the battlefield because they gain bonus defensive dice as they just entrench. When left to their own devices, they'll just start digging holes.
They bury themselves. If they have not been activated, their defense increases by 1 green die.
Yeah.
Which means, you can have 2 dwarves just buried next to an objective.
And very hard to get them off.
Exactly. And you choose how to deal with that. And if Delia is in the unit, it's 2 dwarves and a human with a sniper rifle trenched into an objective.
And I mean, that will ask questions of your opponent. Their questions will mostly be, how did they get up there so quickly and what can I do to remove them? Because all they need to do at that point is sit on an area, maintain the control of the objective, and then deny you an area to move into because they've got ranged weapons.
Yeah.
So
their stats are fantastic because their ranged shot is equally as good as their close combat. They're fantastic.
And the Pioneers are scout units, meaning they can deploy after the official deployment.
That is nasty.
But now we come to the skin changers. Oh, the skin changers.
They also have the potential for scout.
Can I get a woo in the comments, please? If you come from Discord, you know why. Yes, these are also food processors, and they can be joined by Njord and by Ice Bear. And I think I don't need to explain to you what that entitles. And definitely the tattoo, the totem you will choose, I really like this because you choose during the deployment. So if you, like me, if you enjoy having your narrative arrangements in your head as you're playing, you would choose what totem your skin changers have. You can choose whether they want to be polar bears, sturdy, 4 wounds each.
They're not going away.
They're not. You can say, they're a wee bit slower. 4 wounds. 4 wounds and slower. 3-3. It's slower.
3-3 and a charge of 9 strides. They're as fast as any human in the hegemony. So they're not that much slower.
And then you have the Arctic Fox. Listen, travelers out there. I know having Ice Bear, the polar bear is tempting. It is great. Play with polar bear, but also give the Arctic Fox a try. Because scout skin changes. You're not prepared for that. Just imagining being midway a game round, then out of a sudden, boom! Skin changes appearing from the side of the battlefield. Good luck with that.
With absolutely lethal close combat abilities, really, really powerful.
They can even substitute the blocks by successes because they just don't care. They defend by killing.
Absolutely. Absolute nightmare. Now, the minis themselves, these are gorgeous. I think...
Best model ever.
You're right. The female skin changer is absolutely amazing. The detail on this mini is so good. Like, the tattoos are fantastic. They're so good.
Incredible.
And these are like... I can't wait to try and paint these myself. I'm not going to be able to do them as much justice as Studio Minotauro, but wow. Really
I know.
good.
It's just something else. It is something else, yeah.
We should probably also mention that the Varank half, so when you get the orcs in the Beyond the Winds box, you don't get all the abilities because you don't have any Varank. But when you add the Varank in, you'll see the possibility of having these 2 tribes together.
Just imagine activating Grandpa and then automatically activating one of these to deploy them. And
really,
and this may be a little tangent, because obviously we're just quickly looking at the profiles, but Alborg has So he got the ability to move a Varank unit directly after he's gone.
Yeah, so after he
And
activates,
so does Icebear.
he can spend a command token to get them to move directly afterwards to do one action. And that action can be just murder things.
So he pins somebody in combat, weakens them, and then all of a sudden his Varank friends come in and slice and dice.
Exactly.
And if that Varank friend is Scout Skin Changer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't need to explain that.
No, they have a big range.
More
out there.
synergy for Northern tribes, and really, really gorgeous.
If only there was some way to stop them. Maybe
Oh,
something
no.
with fire.
Oh, no.
Just a tinge of regret and burnt flesh.
What do you mean the tinge of regret?
Yes.
Well,
A tinge of evolution.
that is true. I will evolve everybody into being alive or dead. And that's the type of evolution. Right. So there we go. That is what way you can bring the Winds of the North beyond the starter set and into a whole new realm of fun and games. And also, if you pick up the bundle, then Ice Bear.
Yeah.
And why would you not have an Ice Bear?
Exactly.
Yes.
Apparently we have a thing at Corvus Belli with bears.
Yes,
You do have it also.
Like a
there,
recurring
yeah.
theme.
Bears.
we've noticed.
Bears are always good.
I hadn't until now.
There's a reason for that.
I know.
Bears are fun.
Bears are very fun.
Corvus Belli in the future then.
Yes. Yes.
Right, we're going to move on, folks. Let us know what you think below of the Beyond box and whether or not you'll be picking up the bundle to get your hands on a bear. If you have any questions, drop them below, and we shall see you during the rest of this theme week. Till then, bye-bye.
Comment on the Warcrow Week videos for your chance to win a Warcrow Winds from the North 2-player battle pack. We will choose 3 winners, one from YouTube, one from OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members. So you guys get an extra chance to win.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.